Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Do Video. I'm here today again with a friend from AVer. Today we have Aalap Patel. Aalap, thank you for being here. Can you please introduce yourself for our viewers who may not know you?
Yep, thank you, David. Hello, everyone. My name is Aalap Patel. I'm the director of Pro AV and K through 12 product line. So what I do at AVer is I manage the product portfolio for all of our Pro AV grade cameras. Those are the cameras typically used in the back of the room or spaces where you really need the crystal clear image while still the camera is still located at the distance. So think about like a large auditorium, large classrooms, house of worship, where the cameras can be mounted on a wall far away from the presenter or the person or the area that you want to capture the content for. And we provide variety of cameras from starting with 12x zoom all the way up to 30x zoom to capture the content. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. And just for those who aren't familiar with AVer, one of the things that I know them for is they really capture all the rooms. They can go from the smallest rooms to the biggest rooms. Okay. So if this is if you're first time watching one of our AVer videos, don't think this is all they do, but let's take a look at, you're the right guy, because what I want to learn about is this TR313V2. And I think you're the right guy to ask. Let me see if I can zoom and get a little closer look at it.
Yep. So yeah, thank you for inviting us to talk about the TR313V2. And I'm really thrilled to announce this is our first Pro AV grade camera that received the Microsoft Teams certification. This TR313V2 AI auto tracking camera basically brings professional grade video quality to a large conference room, training rooms, classrooms for government agencies, enterprises, and schools. The camera actually enhances the user experience for collaboration and hybrid workplaces. I think this is really important piece into our partnership with the Microsoft, because this is the first Pro. We did have a Microsoft certified camera for our front of the room experience, but this is the first camera that kind of brings that back of the room camera. And we really look forward to working with them to introduce many more certified professional grade cameras in the future.
Yeah, and just so my viewers know, and I think I've said this many times, but if you're not familiar with the certification process, this isn't just a marketing thing saying that they're partner and they share logos. It's a process. I've seen some of the documentations of what they have to go through to certify their cameras, and it's because Microsoft Teams because Microsoft as a company is really putting a lot into Teams, a lot of their investment, a lot of their time, a lot of their effort, a lot of their future. So they want to make sure everyone has a great Teams experience. So they're making their hardware partners go through a lot, not just software, but hardware. Sometimes they have to change in the cameras to make sure that they can get that little sticker up there. So
absolutely.
And I also think it's very interesting that, you know, when I think of Microsoft Teams, I think of small meeting rooms, but
yep.
There's Microsoft Teams events now, and not just that, but just Microsoft Teams itself. We're using it, we're using it for everything. We are using it in big spaces. So to see a camera certified for Teams that's designed for a big space, this is something a little different for me.
Yep, absolutely. And just to talk about that larger space, right? So this camera actually packs like 8 megapixel powerful camera with 12x optical zoom, right? And it also captures the 4K resolution images and video. And I think it's super important because you want to make sure that your captured content, video content is sharp and it does not lose any details. So when the presenter is presenting, you want to make sure that the far room audience or far room students attending the meeting have a clear view of the professor or presenter presenting.
Yeah, you do need the higher resolutions, the 4K. People say, why do we need 4K? Zoom isn't like 720p or something like that. And my videos I upload to YouTube, I think sometimes I go 1080 or this is going to be 1080 or 720. I never go higher than that. So why do we need 4K? You need 4K for the editors, because especially if it's a big room, if you're capturing it in 4K, if you need to zoom in on the professor, you need to zoom in on what they're writing on the whiteboard. If you're starting with 720 and you zoom in, you're seeing pixels. If you start at 4K, you could zoom in and you're still at 1080 or 720. So you do need it at least at the capture point.
Absolutely. And the good thing about this cameras is I think there are a lot of vendors that manufactures the camera, but our camera has our built-in AI auto tracking and zone tracking feature. which allows the presenter to move freely or use the preset for content areas. So if you want to capture the specific board or TV or display or content, all that can be done without having for a need for a professional camera operator. So we provide the software that can kind of customers can leverage to design and integrate based on their need and use cases. And also, it's just not a USB camera, right? It does provide the variety of outputs. So it has a 3G SDI output, it has HDMI output, IP, and then USB. So depending on the use case, customers can integrate with the camera. It also supports PoE Plus support, so you don't need to run the external power source to the camera. It can be powered just through the PoE. And it's also the camera control is based on the standard Visca control protocol, so it can be integrated with any other third-party control platform like Crestron, Extron, etc. And like I said, this is our first certified Pro AV camera, back of the room camera, and I think this is going to help a lot of our customer connect and collaborate with ease in any environment, basically.
Yeah, we are. It's funny as the as we're going to the post-pandemic phase. It's not less video. Oh, we're going back to the office, less video. It's more video because
Absolutely.
only half of us are going back to the office, and we need to connect with those who aren't, or to the classroom, or to the lecture hall, or to the church, or whatever. So, yeah, we need these certified cameras in these larger spaces. Anything else for people who are curious about the TR313V2 we need to know?
Yeah, and one last thing I would mention is the TR313V2 is both NDAA and TA compliant. For those who are not familiar with the TA and NDAA compliant, this compliance provides the clearance for the government contracts, right? So if you have a need where you need to install this into government agencies or agencies with a high security, these cameras are fully compliant with both of that. And of course, all our cameras kind of comes with the industry-leading AVer warranty. So you can buy with peace of mind that, hey, our cameras are protected by our AVer warranty.
And one final thought, it's funny, every video I've done in the last 2 or 3 months, every podcast I've done, every interview I've done, we talked about AI. And I know it says AI here, and it seems like we're just throwing AI into everything. But I have to say, this AI auto tracking, this isn't new for AVer. It's been in your cameras for a while. You've honed it down. It's not beta. It's not where everyone's. I'm putting AI into. Everyone's putting AI into everything. This is fully baked. You've had this for a while. It works, and it's important because, especially with the large rooms, you need a director in the room, and you don't want literally a director in the room. You literally want a camera person, but you need a camera person. So this gives you an artificial intelligence camera person, and it's not just okay, yeah, we're throwing AI. No, this is something we've had for a while and we've needed for a while.
Yep, and like I said, I think this is the configuration part is very easy. It's just a simple click through where if you just have one presenter in the room, you just simply click on the interface and say, hey, this is the person we want to track, and it will track that presenter or person. If you want to change the presenter when you have a multi-presenter setup, you can quickly just go through the UI or use the remote and then quickly change the presenter as well. So I think it's from an interface perspective, it's very easy. Any wise person can come in and then just kind of configure the feature and functionality. And one thing I would add at the end is all our camera does support voice tracking as well. So if you want to do that advanced configuration where you want to kind of track each camera presets or specific configuration with the voice tracking with a microphone, you can configure using our PT-Zilling software as well. Nice. So that kind of like a cherry on top value-added feature. So if you don't want to use the built-in presenter tracking, zone tracking feature, you can also integrate with the voice tracking feature that we support through our PT-Zilling software with third-party microphones.
Nice. It's nice to have options. There's different ways to track, and in different rooms, different use cases, different ways might work better for you. So for those looking to learn more, where should they go to find out more?
They should go to averusa.com. We do have the Pro AV product line, and then they should be able to search for TR313V2 camera.
Great. All right. Thanks for stopping by. This was fun.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me, and have a good one.